Alright, in this video we're going to deal with a past exam paper that was written back in 2022, Gauteng Province, November 2022. So we are dealing with what? Euclidean geometry. And we are told that in parallelogram PQRS, PW bisects QPS. So what do we have? We are told that this line PW, which we see here, it bisects Q angle PS, meaning to say that this P1 and P2, they've been divided into two equal parts. Now observe on P1 it was written X, which means that P2 is equals to X as well. And it continues, and SW bisects P angle SR. So we have got this line SW here, and we are told point P angle SR, angle S is bisected S1, S2, and on angle S1 we shall call it Y, which means that S1 is Y and S2 is equals to Y as well. Now what do they tell us? They further tell us that line PW is parallel to line ST, meaning to say that this line PW, it is what you call it, parallel to ST, which is there, and line PT, this line PT, it is parallel to line WS. Now what have I done? I have drawn also on the board this particular diagram. So the first question now asks us to say what? Prove that X plus Y is equals to 90 degrees. So in other words, our job is to prove that this X which we have here at P2 and this Y, they equal to 90 degrees. So what am I going to do in order for me to prove that? Let me show you. I have drawn this diagram here. Hopefully my diagram is as good as the paper where it was printed on. So the first thing which I'm going to do, I'm going to label that here on P2 this is X, and here on S2 this is Y. Now this PQ and this SR, I can see that these two, they are what? Parallel lines, meaning to say that here I've got parallel lines and there I've got parallel lines. And if I've got PQ is parallel to SR, it means that what? Now I'm going to rotate my diagram here so that you may see properly, right? It now means that here QPSR, the shape that I get, it's a U. Let me draw it aside. From point Q to point P, from point P to point S, from point S to point R. I've got a U. This is Q, this is P, this is S, and this is R. And these two lines are parallel to each other. QP is parallel to SR, which means that angle S plus angle P, these two angles, they add up to 180 degrees. That's what we call co-interior angles, right? So what am I going to do? Now I'm going to say this angle P, it has been divided into two, so I'm going to say X plus X. So I will tell the examiner that angle P plus angle S is equal to 180 degrees, and my reason is that I've got co-interior angles. Now on angle P here, now I'm not going to say that, oh, I think I made a mistake. I should have said angle P1 plus angle P2 plus angle S1 plus angle S2 is equals to 180 degrees. Where there's angle P1, now I'm going to write X. Where there's angle P2, which is there, another X, plus angle S1 here, Y, plus angle S2, which is also another Y, is equals to 180 degrees. I no longer have to write the reason because I wrote it here, that co-interior angles. Then X plus X is equals to 2X, and Y plus Y is equals to 2Y, which is equals to 180 degrees. Now I'm going to factorize 2 because it's a common factor. When I factor out 2, inside the bracket remains what? X plus y is equals to 180 degrees. Now, what do I do when it's like this? I'm now going to divide by 2 here and divide by 2 there. 2 into 2, it's 1. So here I can conclude that therefore x plus y is equals to, and 180 divided by 2 gives me 90 degrees. So x plus y is equals to 90 degrees. I have proven, and I'm done. Then the question had 4 marks, so which means that I get my 4 marks. Done. Then this follow-up question says, prove that PWST is a rectangle. Where do I get PWST? This point here. PWST. I must prove that it's a rectangle. But what do I know about a rectangle? Let me just remind you, friendly reminder. I'm drawing a separate rectangle here. Forgive me for my drawing. So I will call it A, B, C, D. Now the first thing which I know is that line AB is parallel to line DC. So I write AB, E is parallel to DC, and then since they are parallel, it means AB is equal to DC. So I say AB is equal to DC. Then from there, I've got a second pair of parallel lines, AD and BC. So I say AD is parallel to BC, and AD is equals to BC. So I'm done talking about the sides. Now, what you need to understand about a rectangle is the fact that here, angle D, angle A, angle B, and angle C, there is 90 degrees. So I now write it that angle A is equal to angle B, which is also equal to angle C, which is equals to angle D, which is equals to 90 degrees. Right? All right. So what else? If I get to have a diagonal line here between point B and point D here, we now have diagonal line BD. So BD is a diagonal line, and guess what happens? If I'm to draw point A, B, D, Z, what do you get? A, B, D, Z. A, B, D, not Z man, C. Sorry about that. I get what? The Z, meaning to say that I've got Z angles here. Others, if you do this, they've got the what? The N angles, right? And here, don't forget that AB is parallel to DC. So, which means that this angle B, now I shall label it B1, and this is B2, this is D2, this is D1. So I'm saying this angle B1 here is equal to this angle D2. So now I say angle B1 is equal to angle D2, and angle D1 here is equals to angle B2. Angle D1 is equal to angle B2. And the reason for all these angles, why they are equal, is the same. Now we mentioned that we've got parallel lines AB and DC. So on our reason, we say we've got parallel line AB and DC. So since we've got this very important condition of parallel lines, now we can tell them it's alternate angles. These two angles, the reason why we're saying that they're equal is because they are called alternate angles. So when I write to answer in an examination, I write ALT, then I show this side. This means alternate angles. And we know that alternate angles are equal, right? And not only do we have that, we can have another diagonal line here, AC, C. And when we have got AC, we can label this C1, this is C2, and this is A2, and this is A1. Angle A1 is equals to angle C2, and angle A2 is equals to angle C1. Why? Because if you check this line AB and the diagonal line BD and DC, it gives us a Z. Let's draw it aside. A, B, D, C. A, B, then this D, then this. Oh, no. I drew it the wrong way. I was supposed to start from B and then I go to A, C, and D. Let me erase. Let me quickly erase. So I'm supposed to start from point B. So it's B, A, C, D. And let's not forget that these sides are parallel. So we've got D, D, C, B, A. We're now saying that here and there, these are alternate angles. And also this here, if we were to join here and we join there, then it would mean that here also is equal to there. So according to how I labeled this part, I had labeled this one C2, which means here I've got C2, and this is C1, this is A1, and this is A2. So we are simply saying A2 is equals to C1, and we say that we've got AB, which is parallel to DC, and since they are parallel, now we say alternate angles are equal, and angle A1 is equal to angle C2. We have got AB, which is parallel to DC, and we are saying alternate angles are equal. All right. So with all these reasons that what we have spoken about, now we can approach the question here, which wants us to prove that PWST is a rectangle. I'm going to erase some of this work so that we can have some space, or I can use this top part here. Okay, so what can I use to prove that PWST is a rectangle? I know that here the corner angles, all the four angles here, there is 90 degrees. But what should I do? I must prove that W1 is 90 degrees. I can't just go and say that W1 is equal to 90 degrees. Now, what was proven from the previous question? We proved that this X and this Y, they were equal to 90 degrees. And if we check, we've got triangle PWS. So let's draw triangle PWS. So we're saying here there's 90 degrees. Our job is to prove that here on W1 there's 90 degrees. Here there is P, there is S, this is X, this is Y. Now why did I draw it separately? Because I want to remind you that angle P plus angle W1 plus angle S are equal to 180 degrees. And my reason would be what? Sum angles of a triangle. This is how you answer an examination. So don't be alarmed when I write like that. Okay, so now I'm going to say, I'm going to take this P, this P1 and the S1. So I'm going to say X plus Y is equals to 90 degrees. And my reason, I say what? Proven, because from the previous question we've proven that X plus Y is equals to 90 degrees. So in other words, where there is X plus Y, where I'm supposed to put, remember it was angle P1 plus angle W1 plus angle S1, which is equals to 180. I was supposed to put my x here at P1, then here is 2 angle W1 plus here where there is S1, I was supposed to put y is equals to 180 like this. But now I'm saying this x plus y is equals to 90 degrees. So instead of keeping on putting this x plus y, because it becomes 3 variables, I now substitute. Where there is x plus y, I no longer put x plus y, I now put 90 degrees. So in other words, now I've got angle W1 plus 90 degrees is equals to 180 degrees. Now I transpose these because these two are like terms. So I now say angle W1 is equals to 180 degrees minus this 90 degrees. Therefore, angle W1 is equals to 90 degrees. So all of this work I've done. Remember, how many marks am I working for? I'm working for 4 marks. So here now comfortably I've proven that there is 90 degrees. What else can I use? Remember, I was given the fact that here PW is parallel to ST, and this is line PW which is parallel to line ST. And from the previous reasons which I gave you, if you are having parallel lines here on a rectangle, it means that PW is equal to ST, right? And also you're given that PT is equal to what? It's not, is parallel to WS. It was given PT is parallel to WS. So now I say PW is equals to TS. The reason I say given that a PW is parallel to ST, and I also say WS is equals to PT is equal to PT. And my reason is because I was told that WS, so I say given that WS is parallel to PT. It was given where? It is given here on the question. Now I've proven with what? WS is equals to PT. This is a side. PW is equals to TS. It's also a what? A side. And I proved that I had 90 degrees, which is an angle. And under my 4 conditions of what? Under my 4 conditions of congruency, what do I need? I just need 3 reasons. So I'm now going to conclude that I have got side, angle, side. So I say side, angle, side, and therefore PWST is a rectangle, because I managed to prove the properties which are found on a rectangle. Alright, thank you. Let's meet on the next video where I will be dealing with more past exam papers.